All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the alaracanfieldshow, the Awaken to Happiness Now global series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And if you haven't yet, please do join and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We share all our videos of current live shows, plus all previous shows that you can watch on demand. It is my greatest and deepest wish, desire, and intention to bring forward to you, for you, these wonderful speakers who are sharing their wisdom, their teachings, their experiences, their channeling, their processes and meditations and activations, etc., so that we can all thrive, so that we have a greater perception of reality, even sometimes a different perception of reality sometimes, and so we can raise our vibration and frequency and expand our consciousness for us and the planet and the collective. So all that. So today, my dear friend Sarah Massiah is back with us, and we're going to be talking about, if you we're going to be reviewing the energy behind anything that's having a hold over you to your detriment. I'm just going to mute somebody here. So some of what we're going to discuss are, if you have the feeling that events, situations, addictions, problems, beliefs, or others have a hold over you, we're going to talk about that. We're going to, on the show, gain greater clarity on what it means energetically for things to have a hold over you. We're going to acquire greater awareness on symbolic meanings of events, situations, and things that have a hold over you. We're going to review those old energies that may have a hold over us and gain an understanding about how this energy impacts our well-being. We're going to gain a greater understanding on how this energy affects us from living the life that we deserve. And also, Sarah is going to be guiding us through a short live meditation and activation to assist you with anything that has a hold over you, plus an activation to aid you to know that you're supported by Creator on your healing journey. And of course, Melchizedek, many angels, ascended masters, and starlight beings are going to be joining Creator and Sarah during this meditation, and us, of course. So, yep. And for those of you who don't know Sarah, she's been with us many times. We love having her on the show. We always learn something new. It's always a high vibration call. We raise our vibration frequency. And Sarah is a founding member of the Elohim High Council of Light, working closely with Melchizedek, Ascended Masters and Angels. Sarah is an award-winning author whose book, The Cosmos, Ascension, and the Golden Keys from Melchizedek, won the Mind, Body, Spirit Book Award in the Channeled category. And she's currently looking to publish book 2 in the series. And Sarah recently won the South of England Prestige Award for Best Holistic Practice. And so I'm going to let Sarah explain a little bit more about her work, but she is the founder of the Golden Key Energy Healing System, which works directly with Creator. And this fast and uplifting healing modality enables those in receipt to clear many stories that hold them back within the Akashic Records, as well as contracts and programs held with Creator. And such contracts that we have, they aided the duality of existence and the continuum of life. But now at this time, the time of ascension on earth, Creator wishes many souls to be free of the burdens of their past. Now it's a time so they may walk forward in glorious light, knowing they are divine beings of light and part of Creator without separation. And so we're going to talk about all of that and more. So please join me in welcoming Sarah back to the show. Sarah, welcome.
Hi, Alara. Thanks for having me back. So a bit about the keys. Basically, they took a few years to come to fruition because I studied many other healing modalities, and then woke up one day, had to study the Akashic Records. And basically, the keys are held deeply within the Akashic Records, and they're hold all the codes of creation, so they work really deeply and quickly within the Akash. So basically, if I'm having a session with someone, we basically go up to Creator, look at what's highest and best to heal for that in that moment in time, because I channel it normally and often beforehand, unless someone's bringing a specific topic. And then we heal very quickly deep in the Akash, right from the beginning of the soul journey. So it's a multi-dimensional kind of healing that I offer to everyone. And yeah, just to say, my second book is now out. It's called Healing from Within and the Golden Keys from Melchizedek, and it discusses the energy behind disease. So it gives us a pointer in what we could work on within ourselves for specific diseases and disorders, although it doesn't obviously claim to cure or heal, but if you're working deeply on yourself, it just gives you a pointer of, you know, what energies might be behind certain conditions. So yeah,
Awesome.
so that's out now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that can complement, you know, our own practical work that we're doing with the medical practitioners, etc.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We can work in the records or whichever healing modality we're using to aid ourselves to heal. So yeah, it can work with along with medical advice, definitely. So yeah, I
Absolutely.
just thought I'd say the book's out. It took a while, but it's here now, so that's
Good.
good news.
Awesome.
Yeah. So really, today's call, I did want to concentrate on what we hold on to, you know, because we do hold on to a lot of different energies, emotions, feelings, thoughts, and within our healing journey, we need to look at this in a deeper way. And I don't think sometimes we don't think about, oh, that type of energy, what are we holding? Because it can affect, you know, what we're holding on to can affect all our lives. It can affect our beliefs, our thoughts, our even what we're doing day to day. Like, you know, if we're holding an addiction, for instance. Uh, so if we look at what we're holding on to, it has like many little, on a spidergram, it has many little sprouts off that we can look at different energies where it would help us heal from what we're, you know, trying to work on at that specific time.
Absolutely. And the thing is, you know, a lot of times we know we're holding on to stuff, right? So I knew that I was holding on to something for 25, 30 years. I knew I was holding on to it. I knew I was not quite ready to let it go. I knew there was still something there. But then finally, when I
Yeah.
let it go, it brought so much peace, right?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
but I'm sure there are other things that I'm holding on to that I don't know exactly that, or I don't know how they might be affecting my life. Does that make sense? So I might be holding on to old
Absolutely.
stories and patterns and programs and beliefs that I don't
Yeah,
know. I mean, that I know I'm holding on to them. There's no question, because I know I have certain belief systems, but I don't know how they're
mm,
really impacting my life. Does that make sense?
absolutely, absolutely. And that's why it's worth digging deeper around what we hold on to, because of obviously I'm bringing this to everyone here because I've recently worked through it myself. So yeah, and it was quite fascinating when I did a session on myself, because I thought, oh, I never realized, yeah, I was holding on to this belief or that thought. So yeah, quite amazing what can come out from when you really analyze what we do hold on to. Um, and I've
But
got a little channeled extract from Melchizedek. It's quite interesting because yeah, we often let negativity as well get the better of us, for this is a trait of human form. Upstairs has given me. When reviewing negative emotions, we must heal many lifetimes when negativity got a hold over us. So it's not just thoughts, beliefs, it's also we can let negativity really get a hold over us. And when healing from within, we need to review such things getting a hold over us. We must surely start with negativity. I channeled for everyone today, because this is a prolific human trait and a trait of all humankind, yet it need not be. That's what Creator gave me, and when I was channeling it, negativity can grab hold over oneself many, many times during just one incarnation. Let's review being let down by way of example, really looking forward to something, a breakaway perhaps, or a reunion with an old friend that fails to transpire, leaving one melancholy for days. For instance, we can allow these melancholy, negative thoughts, emotions to really take a hold of us. Negative emotions taking hold as one becomes trapped in what could have been. This weakens, in fact, immunity, and negatively charged patterns of thought change brain waves, rendering one incapable in many ways. Incapable of completing little tasks, a little bit of a loss of freedom. And also, we do absolutely step out of the moment of now if we let negativity take hold. So I wanted to start with that. I know we're going to talk about thoughts and beliefs as well, but yeah, it was quite interesting that I got told, well, negativity is a human trait, but it need not be so. Yeah, so
Absolutely. And negativity is one of those energies that sometimes by the time we recognize it, it's already taken a hold over us. Right. So,
precisely, yeah.
right, we may not recognize that I'm going into a negative spiral pattern until it's like way farther down. I know I've done that myself.
I've done it.
Many times. Like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, and to the point where I had to get help to really get out of it, because it was too far gone. But negativity, like you said, it is a pattern that we hold, but like Creator said, we don't have to anymore. We don't have to hold on to that pattern. So for those of us who have a tendency, I'll say, because it's an old pattern, to hold negativity, what can we do?
Well, we can look at old stories where if we're looking in, I mean, I'm talking from the Akash, but if we're looking with the key work, it might go back to another, because I do work multi-dimensionally, so it might not even be from this realm of existence. But if we're looking at it from an earthly perspective, we could look at past lives. It doesn't have to be Akash, it could be theta, whatever healing modality, Reiki even, you can ask to help heal this, negativity and holding on to it. That's the point. We can all be negative, but it's holding on to it and making it string out for quite a long time is what Creator's saying. And we all do have a human trait of it. So if we were looking to heal, for instance, I've pulled that. I mean, Creator pulled it. I didn't pull it. Creator pulled it from me. Like when I did this work, this is on myself. So I've worked through it myself, and I've given back this trait of negativity that resides in most humans. So it would be like pulling this trait and looking at this trait in deeper depth. But I think as humans also, what we could do is try to also give thanks. We need to remember trying to change our mindset. So we can do the healing work, but when we're going into it, to stop it spiraling, we need to change our thoughts. And maybe it might be, also taking our mind off of it, doing something creative, a beautiful piece of artwork, or composing music or playing music. It doesn't have to be healing always.
Yeah.
Because these things are also healing, as we know. So
absolutely, I totally agree. And because it is Thanksgiving week in the US, it's a great reminder to focus on, what we're grateful for. And automatically that changes our vibration frequency and raises us up out of the negativity, right? So at least if we can get to neutral and then work on getting higher, but at least coming up to neutral first, right? And so gratitude and all those other exercises can help us to do that for sure. So it's not always, and I agree, it's not always about having to do healing work or energy work. Sometimes it really is, looking at, how does that pattern make you feel? Where did it start? What triggered you? I'm a thinker, so I like to look back and analyze, right? Where did it come from? And sometimes that alone can help us to shift it, right? So I'm all about shifting in the moment, and like what can we do to shift this energy right now? Because we can. And that's the one thing that I think is important for everyone to recognize, is that we are powerful creator beings, that we can shift our energy in the moment. We don't have to stay in the negativity. And I say this right now because I'm not negative, but when I was, that was a different story, right? Then I couldn't think of anything to do because, it's like I was too engrossed in it. But if we can recognize on a regular basis what our energy level is, what our frequency level is, a feeling of it, we can shift it when we find it going low, right?
Absolutely. And you're right about looking for triggers, because I'm quite expert at looking for my own triggers, because as soon as something comes up, I think, oh, what's that? And then I mean, it's good to sit and introspect at times as well. Spend some time on your own to think, what is that about? And so it's good to do that, but also to probably walk in nature as well. Getting outside, as we know, is a brilliant healing tool that we have, everyone has at their disposal to
That
get
always
out and
helps.
be in.
Yeah, always helps me. So that's why I'm so grateful for Neo, because then I'm forced to go out, right?
Yeah,
So it's like, thank goodness.
Yeah, definitely. So
just really quickly before I forget, we are going to be taking live caller questions. So if you have a question for Sarah, you can raise your hand or you can type your question in the chat. I just want to make sure I said that before I forget, because when we get talking, it's like, oh, there's so much to talk about, and we want to get right into the meat of everything. But yes, we will be taking some questions too. So so let's talk a little bit about gosh, this whole topic about, do you feel that events, etc., have a hold over you? So, and like you said, Sarah, it's not always from this lifetime, right? So how do you know, that it could be from another lifetime? Like, I know for myself, negativity has been a big part of my life since I was little. Right. So I don't remember my childhood at all, but teenage on all and up, I remember, and it's always been primarily negative, primarily, not good. So is that something I carried forward with me? Because nothing happened like that I know of, and nobody's ever said anything about anything bad happening to me, right? So is that something I carried over from a past life or different realm dimension?
Well, it could be a trait. It could be like recently I've been working with like the essence of, so it can be something we've held with the creator as well to aid the duality of existence. I know that sounds quite large, but we can hold different energies, because the duality, we're only sitting in this existence because of the duality exists. There has to be both vibrations. It's under the law of flux. There has to be both the negative and positive vibrations. So sometimes we may have held certain energies to aid everybody. So it's for the collective as well, for all of creation to continue. So at a soul level, much higher than the human level, at the soul level, could have taken things on that we don't realize we've taken on in this life. And that's ascension, coming back to this realization of who we truly are and what we truly may have done, not just for ourselves but for the whole of creation and others. So that's part of the ascension journey, to realize that we're much grander than the sum of our parts that we see here. So it could have been running for eons, or it could be like a parallel kind of existence where you're just bombarded with negativity, for instance, that type of thing. So
I'm bombarded with negativity, so I can clear it and release it for myself and the collective and the ancestors.
And the collective, absolutely, because we're a lot of old souls here now. We're doing this healing work so that the souls that aren't quite joining us yet don't have to do it.
This could be a possibility for all of you as well who are listening. So it's not just about me. This could be something that you have also been experiencing and living through. So if this resonates with you, let me know in the chat if you're here with us live on the Zoom, because this is not about Alara, this whole thing. But I just wanted to bring that example because some of us have had long-term situations or energies or experiences of feeling that way, right? Feeling negative, feeling suicidal, feeling unhappy, depressed, etc., right?
Absolutely.
And so those are energies that can have a hold on you, or like the situation, like that one situation which I said I was holding on to for 25, 30 years, like, oh my God, it's time to let it go, right? So that one situation, I didn't want that to be like the meaning of my life. It's like that, so it's like, it's time to let that go. And so part of that is also about all the healing work that we've been doing, and then at some point, that one situation that you've been holding on to forever, it gives you the opportunity to say, yes, I'm done with that, because I've done so much other healing work around it, maybe perhaps even, right? But then you're ready to let it go. So it's
absolutely.
There's no judgment if you're holding on to stuff still.
Oh no, not at all. That's why I thought I'd bring this topic to the, forum, because I think, yeah, we can heal lots of things. Like, for instance, we can look at trauma and stuff, but to look at also what we're still holding on to, because there could be little aspects of the trauma we've healed, but we're still holding on to maybe a regret or a resentment, and those resentments, for instance, from my channel second book, can cause us to have quite bad headaches. The resentment energetically are linked to like headaches. So if we can, if we hold on to tiny little aspects of something, so we need to look at the bigger picture, is what I'm trying to say. So it's really looking at what little am I holding on to, any little bit of something that's causing me angst inside, anxiety, troubles, that type of thing.
Yeah, so I was just going to say, so for those of you, as we're speaking, and if there's something that's coming up for you that, yes, I'm holding on to this, what is that, right? Let us know in the chat. So, regret, somebody says regret just resonates with me. Somebody else said my marriage and separation had lots of resentment, right? And so those are, I know for the marriage and separation part, that's more recent, right? But at the same time, you're holding on to that energy, right? The energy of resentment or that energy of regret. And those energies can have a toll on your emotional, mental, physical, spiritual being, right?
Absolutely. And that energy's, no good for some different, depending on what energy we're holding on to, affects us in bodily form in different ways. So it's definitely worth looking at, because we could be holding on to a really bad fear, for instance. And fear is not great to hold on to, as we all know, and it can cause, us to attract things we might necessarily not want to be attracting. So it'd be looking on what energies are we still really holding on to. It might be holding on to a fear of heights, or but it's the holding on aspect that I'd be looking to heal. What are we holding on to? Because when we're healing one issue, we have many little offshoots that we might have to work through to heal one thing, and it's worth remembering that it's, we have to do that inner work to maybe heal one aspect within ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we have some people with their hands raised.
Lovely.
You want to take some questions and see what we get,
lovely.
right? All right, so Tanya Caldwell.
Hi, Tanya.
You want to unmute yourself? Yes, no, maybe so. Going. Okay, we're gonna go to Layla and we'll come back to you, Tanya. Layla, you want to unmute yourself?
There's Tanya. Do you want me to wait?
No, go ahead, Layla. We'll go back to Tanya afterwards. It's okay.
Okay. So I got really activated when all the events of March 2020 started happening.
Yeah.
And it feels like cataclysmic, catastrophic to me. Like really, really, really negative. I'm having a hard time because I know to focus on what you want, and then you can, even though there are things happening in the world that it wouldn't affect me as much, but it's this catastrophizing and cataclysm has like overtaken me, and it's actually kind of a mirror of the dynamics of childhood and probably off planet too.
Oh, bless you. I'll just ask about that, and I'll just see what I get for you, if that's all right.
Please, thank you.
Hallelujah, Elohim. First of all, I'm getting, it feels a bit like eruption. So it's like erupting out of you. It's like the energy of erupting. That's the first thing I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
It's that's the first thing that I'm getting. So it's like an eruption of emotion, eruption of feeling and thought. and so that you can't center yourself. I don't know if that sounds correct.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
And I do. It's like an eruption, like totally destruction, like cataclysm, like catastrophe, like
yeah, it is that type of energy. It's like being caught in an eruption. And it's also about feeling safe. I'm being told it's about feeling safe and safety as well. So it's caught up with eruption and feeling safe. And to do right now, what you could do is maybe write a little list of things that would make you feel safe in your space and world right now. Not, not, I mean, if you're doing healing and you're doing healing work, you could look at the eruption energy and feeling safe, but it'll be, looking and because it's taking you off center. So that's really what I'm getting. So maybe making a little list of what you could do to aid yourself feel safer in this time and moment. Hold on a sec. And also, it's in a way cutting ties with what's happening in the bigger picture a little bit as well, because what we need to focus on to bring more light in is creating this safe space for us, and then it kind of the energy of it expands out through our fields, and it really does make a difference to the global change everywhere. So Creator wants to just remind you of that.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that I think that all sounds very familiar, and yet I'm still having that challenge of just even getting any space within to bring that in.
So can I just say
it's
something?
So strong.
Can I just add something really quickly? So that feeling of eruption, destruction, cataclysmic event, right, is from for me, as soon as you were started talking about it, it's definitely a past life. And what I was seeing is when Vesuvius erupted, right? That's what I got first of all. But for me, it was like the reminder that you are safe now. Reminding yourself that you're safe now. You're not in that place and space and time anymore, right? But so if you can remind yourself in this lifetime and now that you are safe, and like Sarah was saying, all the different ways that you are safe, that's going to start to help you to bring a separation between the now and the energy of that then, right? And at the and start the healing process. But then you might want to go into, do a healing session with somebody like Sarah or myself, doesn't really matter, and just to heal that fear, right? To heal that fear of not being safe and whatever else was involved at that time, the whole world, erupted and ended kind of thing, right? So that is what so definitely. And at the same time, I'm also getting like PTSD, right? So post-traumatic stress, right, from that event coming forward from that previous life to now. And so the 2020, what happened, it was like a trigger, a shock remembrance of that. Does that make sense, Sarah?
Yeah, it does, definitely. Absolutely, definitely. And I did see a volcano when I was looking at it. But I'd also say that if you did book a session, I'd be looking at the energy of eruptions in general. So, we can erupt at each other as well. Like people come and suddenly erupt in your face as well, or that type of eruption. So be looking at any triggers of that as well. That type of energy, clearing anything to do with eruptions is
okay. Yeah. That happened a lot as a child.
Yeah, and that's what I'm also picking up. So it'd be looking at eruptions, and with the key work goes right back to the beginning of the soul incarnation experience. So any planet or the energy of eruptions, we'd be just working on totally that, basically.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome. All right. Yeah.
Thanks, Alara.
Thank you, Layla. All right, we're going to go back to Tanya.
Hi.
Hello, ladies.
Hi.
Sorry.
Hi, Tanya.
My phone sometimes doing crazy things.
Oh,
So,
bless you.
talking about volcanoes and stuff. I recently had two dreams. Well, my life is going like crazy now. Like, I mean, 2 moves in 2 months.
Oh,
And
bless
it's
you.
temporary still. So before these moves, I had 2 dreams actually, in a very short period of time. So first dream, I saw a tsunami coming, and I was very quietly going up the hill, and I knew that and my thought was just to get on a higher grounds.
Yeah.
So I wasn't scared, But my second dream was I already was kind of on the top of the hill, and when the tide is coming, and I saw this water, like really, really, like not quiet water, but very kind of up and downs and stuff. And then I was on my knees and my hands almost crawling, and I was afraid to slip into that water because water was not quiet.
Yeah.
And I thought, what is it about? Well,
oh, bless you. Yeah. So did it? Yeah. So these dreams, are they kind of recurring a lot?
Do I have? Because I'm not afraid of changes. I know that they're good for me, But what is it still some fear in me, kind of?
Yeah. Okay. Well, immediately, if you're asking about the fear, I think what the first thing I'm getting is of the unknown. I don't know if that resonates with you.
Unknown. Well,
yeah,
a little bit, yes.
Yeah. So I think it's like the unknown. Hold on. And it's about precarious. It's about feeling in a precarious positions. I'm getting. It's not a word I'd normally use, but precarious.
No, I understand that word very well. Thank you. Yes, probably,
yeah. So if I was to look at that, or you were to want to work on that, I'd be working on the energy of it, everything feeling a bit precarious for you right now.
Yeah, it does actually.
Yeah.
An unusual situation, I would call it. And I'm afraid of not having control of some things, that things don't kind of I cannot control them. That's what I probably
bless you. Yeah, it's taken out of your hands, so it makes it all feel precarious. But let me ask if let me hold on. Creators and Melchizedek are just saying that to just concentrate on your heart and keep that loving energy traveling through your heart, because and remember you're loved in your heart by the universe and by Creator, and remember to it's about expanding your heart and the love, and just I think you know what I'm trying to say. They're telling me, it's living through the heart. Try to not be taken out of this heart space of now.
Try not to go with my head, rather just to feel
your heart
and believe that I'm supported and guided, and everything will be fine.
Absolutely, yeah. That's what they're trying to say. Go into your heart more.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you.
That's all right. Bless you.
Thank you, Alara. Thank you, Sarah.
That's all right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tanya. I thought I was unmuted. All right. So there's we still have more people with their hands raised. Awesome. And somebody put in the chat, iPad. My ex died in 2014. We were best friends. I miss him. It felt like my soulmate. After that, it feels that I closed my heart for another man in my life. What can I do to open more and bring more joy in my life?
Right. first and foremost, if we're looking at the energy of what the emotion we're holding on to, it's definitely still grief. It's like grieving for things that may have been. It would be focusing really on finding joy within yourself first, is what I'm getting, before looking to the words I'm getting is pursue another relationship. It'd be working on joy within yourself, because I see your soul standing under a kind of rainbow with your arms out, so it'd be looking to expand this, to expand joy first, is really what I'm getting. I hope that really helps, because yeah, well, because that's what heavenly energy, anyone, that's what the whole of the heavenly realm would want for you, is to expand joy and bring that joy around you in this like rainbow light. So I hope that helps a little bit. I'm not sure if that, how you feel about that, but that's what I'm getting. It would be to expand joy and to work through a bit more grief if you can.
Awesome. So iPad, let us know how that resonates with you. Definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to Sarah. Sarah, you want to unmute yourself?
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi.
So I am experiencing a feeling of low-level dread.
Right.
And I don't think this is usual for me. My children live in Israel, and I'm very much involved with feeding displaced people there and all sorts of things. When they announced that they were going to release the children hostages, I did feel a measure of relief. But it's still there, and I don't know if it's even new. It could just be something from a past life that's been triggered.
Yeah, bless you.
As opposed to something new. I don't know, but trying to heal from something else that's kind of big, and the recovery is very uneven. And I also know that I have a fear of loss. I've always had that. And it's one reason my house is so cluttered, because I look at something and say, but this might be useful.
Oh,
Or,
bless you.
yeah, that. I would love to clear that. I would be delighted to clear it. And I do know that whatever we've chosen on our path is what is coming to us. And having been killed in the Holocaust in my last lifetime, I'm aware that the souls who are involved in this have chosen for themselves as well. But my fear doesn't help them, and it doesn't help me or anybody, and I'd love to lose it.
Yeah, bless you. Shall I ask about the dread? Shall I quickly ask about the feeling of dread? Is that the one you'd like to ask about first?
Yeah, I think so. Thank you.
Yeah, hallelujah. Well, first of all, I'm getting the first thing it's linked to is like dreadful images. I don't know if that resonates. It's about images. Hold on. And I think intuitively you're somehow tapping into all the dreadful things, this is what I'm being told, that we do to each other as humans.
That does resonate, but it also resonates to me of sadness. about the difficult things we do to each other, because I'm empathic, and
That's
sometimes
what
I
I'm
really
getting.
get hit and I realize it's not my stuff. It's something
It's not
else.
yours.
Yeah. But I
It's
did want to
intuitively you're kind of tapping into it.
Yeah, but I also found something, especially lately, last night, my dreams are so chaotic and frantic. I was doing a wedding and they asked me to wear men's clothing, and I
Yeah.
got there and like somebody hadn't packed my men's suit, and I was frantic, and then another dream I was doing a play and I was playing the character and I was pouring all this angst into it, and people were saying, "Oh, that was so wonderful," and I realized it was my own angst coming out. I'm having lots of these dreams, but it doesn't seem to be getting better.
Oh, bless you. I'll quickly ask about that if you like. Hold on.
What's that
I think
noise?
it's more to do with nothing in order. Yeah, I don't know what that means. And nothing is like flowing in a straight line for you, I'm getting. Does that make sense?
Totally.
Yeah. So I think that's what the chaos typey energy is.
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
So the prescription is just be okay with it.
Well, it's about nothing feeling in order, and it's like being disorderly. So it's an energy of disorderly. So if I was working on an energy, if you work energetically, I'd be working on the energy of trying to heal the energy of times when it's been disorderly for you, and it may be back to past lifey stuff. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So stay tuned, Sarah, for the activation and meditation we're going to do later, and that might also give you some more clarity or provide some support. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go to Simone.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Nervous.
Oh, bless you. No, don't
Nervous.
be.
I feel the energies.
Yeah.
The thing is, I've had a lot of experiences in this life, so I thought would come up might have been, resentment and stuff. But no, it's not that.
Right.
I had a lot of grief too, but it all leads back, interestingly, to regret. And it isn't from this life. I was told I'm holding on to something, and it was like, yeah, it's this, is that, And so when I tapped out of other people, because I'm a strong empath too, a lot of stuff fell away. And at the moment, it's really, I'm coming back to what really are my own feelings. But this regret, honestly, it feels with the fear and stuff that comes up, or when the body reacts. I'm sitting like, what's going on? A program is running, but it feels really way back. But when I feel into it, I can't get a hold. If you could please look into what is that regret?
Yeah, I'll have a little look. Hold on a sec. Elohim. First of all, I'm getting it's heartfelt regret. Heartfelt, okay. And I'm getting it's linked to a failed mission. I don't know why.
Yeah, I get a reaction, definitely. Ooh, it's really coming up.
Yeah, it's a failed mission. It's not from this realm of existence either. I definitely know that. But it's about a failed mission. And it is all linked to failures, I'm afraid to say. It's about the failure stuff. It's like regretting all failures. It's like linked to failure. But this particular thing that I'm seeing, it's about that. So
Yeah.
You need to really, concentrate. I'm getting on all the positive areas that you've walked through, basically. Now, if you were looking at things you can do to aid yourself, it's really looking at all the positive things that you've walked through, and looking at all the positive accomplishments I'm getting, that you've, when where you know, to where you are now. Does that make sense?
Makes sense, because in the background was always that not good enough.
Yeah. Bless
not
you.
being worthy enough. And it feels like I already came in, and it makes sense with the failure of that mission.
Yeah, but you've already succeeded. You know, it's an old vibration, but hold on a minute, because they want me to tell you something more. You know, here you are already successful because of the way you shine your light. It's like a big ball around you, and I think that's what you need to, like, really concentrate on. When one of those thoughts come in, change it. Try and change it, and cancel that thought out, and bring in that you're full of success and you're in a big ball of golden platinum light. I don't know, I hope that helps a little bit, but it's about reframing it.
Yeah. Thank you. I will do that.
Yeah, lovely. Bless you.
Awesome. Thank you, Simone. And you know, that whole reframing, that's something that we all, when we can, when we're aware of it, start to do that for ourselves as well.
Yeah.
We're going to go to Bob. Bob, you want to unmute yourself?
Hi, Bob.
Sure. I feel I'm with a cast of empaths today.
Oh, yes.
Bless you.
By the way, Bob, before your question, I wanted to ask you, how's your ankle doing?
They fired me from physical therapy, which is a good sign. So
oh, good.
It's nerves, so it's going to take. Thank you for remembering. It's going to take months, but I'm very active. I swam a mile today. I'm going to get back on the bike, but it feels like I got duct tape wrapped around my ankle. It's carpal tunnel of the ankles. It's called tarsal tunnel. You've got a great memory.
Yes.
So thank you.
No, I was just curious because, you know, we had talked about it on one of the calls, so I just wanted to check in and see how you're doing.
Yeah. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm moving in the right direction.
Awesome. Okay. And that's the key point. You're moving in the right direction. Okay, so what's your question for today?
I sailed through the pandemic. I had no issues with the pandemic. I was a spectator of the chaos, and I didn't participate in it. And I looked at negativity as just low vibration. So I did good with that. I had an incident a couple of weeks ago. What I would do was I would watch all the political commentaries on YouTube, which is like drinking Drano. It's just it's so incredibly toxic. So when I went to vote, I had so much anger in me, and I came out and says, "Wait a minute, this isn't right. It doesn't feel right." So I'm like 2.5 weeks without viewing any of the political commentary. So I was able to kind of push through that. So I never really want to kind of go back to that. And as I've gotten away from that, I'm into a much better flow, manifesting things and doing that. So my whole agenda is to really raise my vibration. I look at babies that come from the fifth dimension. We live in a third dimension world, and then we die. We go back to the fifth dimension. So how do I, so really what I want to do is avoid that negative trap, which I've taken physical action of not going under the YouTube videos, and I detoxed myself from that. It's just, how do I get back into how do I raise the vibration even more? Because I'm in a flow right now, and it feels good. And even though I look at the headline, I don't get back into the YouTube video. I want to do it, but it's like, I walk away from it.
Yeah, good. So the question is, how do you stay positive? Is it, or don't go back into that? Is it?
Yes. There's a want to go back into it, but I fight it and I don't do it.
Yeah, lovely. Hold on.
Makes sense?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Elohim. Well, the first thing I've got for you is you're definitely glowing more in a positive way since not being so involved in that energy. That's the first thing that I'm getting told, that you're definitely got a different glow. Hold on. But the energy, if you want to ask about what it does, it's about draining. And when you look at that energy, it drains all your resources. So if I was looking at healing there, I would look with Creator at anything that was kind of draining resources. And that doesn't have to be like monetary resources. It obviously, what we look at and view can drain our resources. So, and it's about not letting this get a hold of you, this draining of your energetic resources. So energetically, if I was looking at that, that's what I would be concentrating on. I hope that helps a little, or it kind of resonates, but it's about that energy draining your resources and the fact that you've definitely got a glow. That's what they're telling me.
Well, you're right. You're right about the glow. I walked into a place to get my oil changed, and a lady had a dog, and the dog looked at me and started wagging his tail.
Oh, bless him.
I knew that he knew, and I'm just seeing the reaction from people. So I just want to, I got the glow. I want to keep the glow.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. It's about not, if I was looking at it energetically, it's about not letting anything drain your resources. So it would be looking at it in a keyword, we'd look at that right from the beginning. So it'd be all resources not being drained that a session would work on from all angles, if that makes sense. So it would be, don't let others drain your resources, news, drain on resources. It could be financial. So there's many aspects to drain of resources. But if you were looking at the top energy for healing there, it would be that one.
Great. Thank you so much.
And
That's
so,
right.
one thing that's interesting is that, we can't always get away from the headlines. We can't always get away from the drama that's going on in our lives or wherever. But what we can do is, and I don't like the word protection per se, but we can reinforce our energetic field so that we don't get as affected by, other energies or get drained by other energies. So this is something I used to do a long time ago. I don't do it anymore. But like if I were to go into a crowded space, or if I would, like watching a negative I don't watch politics, to be honest, and that's partly why. But if you happen to, I used to say shield up, right? And so shields up meant I was putting up my shields so that I wouldn't get drained, so that nothing could attach to me, the negative energy and stuff, and so that I would be safe in, I don't like the word safe, but held in my energy of a higher vibration, right? So does that make sense? So sometimes we do have to strengthen our aura, strengthen our energy field with, creator's light, creator's source love, etc. And when we are going to, because we are going to be affected by other people's energies, well, we need to reinforce that, especially in those times and places and spaces when we are listening to something negative, etc. Because we, it always reminds me of, like, I don't know where I heard this, but I heard this a long time ago, and I used to feel this way myself. It's like at the back of my neck, I used to get really sore, right? The back of my neck would hurt a lot, right? And then I remember sometimes somebody told me that is where the my energy is being siphoned. So so like my energy is being draining, like being drained out of me when, in some way. So then it's like, the more you can raise your vibration, and do some sort of process to shields up, then that's going to help you around those types of situations, and to keep your vibration energy frequency high. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Hopefully?
Yeah.
It's a great idea. Shield up. And when I leave a crowd, is this my energy or is it something I picked up? I always question that. And if it feels icky, I know that I picked up somebody else's energy.
Yeah, and so clear, right? Clear all the time.
And we can always ask for our angels and stuff to come in, and the ultraviolet gold. Well, I put myself in an ultraviolet gold and platinum flame, especially if I'm out in a crowded place, even now, because I just but it's trying not to tune into all those energies as well, especially if you're highly intuitive and are using those gifts.
And also just try to be an observer. Observe the politicians. Don't get caught up in what they're saying, but just observe the best you can from a detached point of view, if you can, right? It's not, it's hard because politics is such a volatile system, right? So, but if you can just observe and say, oh, he's saying this and she's saying this and he's saying, interesting, and leave it at that. Just, interesting.
At this point, I don't even want to go that far.
Yeah, I get it. Totally. I totally understand. I try not to even listen. Yeah. Thank you, Bob. Yeah, politics and we don't get along. I just do not engage. Okay, do not. So Arietta wrote in the chat, Sarah is a very rare being. Thanks to her love, compassion, and great support, I'm able still to walk here on earth. Oh, I cannot thank her enough. Oh, that's so sweet, Arietta. I totally agree. I've had many sessions with Sarah. Amazing, powerful, healing, for sure.
Thanks.
So
thanks, Lara. Bless you.
We can't always, it's hard to really sometimes describe those sessions in this type of format. It's something you have to experience, to be honest, but I know, and if you can, great. If not, I understand. But at least, for some of you who've asked a question, at least she's been able to guide you in the direction of what to look at for healing, and however you want to do the healing, it's totally up to you.
And also what to focus on rather than that energy, because I think that's important. Yeah.
So Simone says, as an empath, tap or call your energy field back, right? Tap out of where you've trapped in and tap into your own energy. Yeah, for sure. So grounding yourself. And I always say focusing on the bottom of your feet is going to help you automatically be present, and that's going to help you to maintain your own energy, right? Tap into your own energy. And she says that helped loads when I did that. Since then, I don't fetch others' energies up anymore like before. Yeah, and it's recognizing, right? Recognizing what's happening, right? So if you suddenly you're in a great mood and suddenly you feel off, it's like, what is this? Is this me? Is this mine? Is this somebody else's? What am I picking up on, right?
Yeah.
So the more that you do that, the more you will get a sense of what your energy truly is and who you truly are, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So it's about protecting and really getting intuitively in touch with your own self.
Yeah, absolutely. That's key, for all of us, is to really know who we are, know what our energy feels like, what are our thoughts and what are not. Like when I'm channeling, like Sarah said, she said something, she said, I don't normally say that word, right? Because she was channeling, right? She got that message from Source, Creator. And I do the same thing. Sometimes when I'm channeling, giving a message to somebody, I'll say something like, I never say that. And some the other day, it's like, I don't even know what this word means exactly, but this is what I'm getting. So hopefully you'll know what it means. Right? But so that's channeling, it's etc. But it's about knowing who you are, knowing your thoughts, your emotions, your energy, what it feels like, right? So when we're channeling, we know it's not us, because I don't say that ever, right? So but even on those times when we're not channeling, is it really you, or are you picking up something from the neighbor, or 500 feet down the road kind of thing? So it's important to question everything. So don't just automatically assume it's yours and that, I got to do something about it.
Yeah,
maybe not.
That's it. That's a great point. Don't let others get a hold over you, their feelings, their energy. Yeah.
And as empaths, and if we don't know how empathic we really are, we don't realize that what I'm tuning into or what I'm feeling is not mine, right?
No. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So all of that.
Definitely.
All right, so I want to take a minute and talk really quickly about the packages, because then we still want to do a meditation activation as well with Creator and Melchizedek and the angels, etc. So I'm going to share my screen. 1 second, Sarah.
Lovely, thanks, Laura.
I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully that works. Yeah, you can see my screen.
Yep, lovely.
All right, so there's 3 packages that Sarah is offering this time. It's a 90-minute personal session with Sarah with the keys. We'll talk about it in a second. An Akashic soul purpose reading and a small group Akashic record trainings. We haven't even talked about that, Sarah. Oh my goodness, we'll talk about, that now in a second. So first of all, the 90-minute session, again, this is key work, right? And this is working with the keys in the Akashic records, right, Sarah?
Yeah, absolutely. It works with Creator right back from the beginning of the soul incarnation experience. So it's right at the point of us entering incarnation experience. So it could be billions of years ago if you're looking at years that they obviously don't. So it's lots of incarnations. Basically what happens is we look at we work on one specific energy. For instance, the draining, draining resources, we'd work on that whole energy of that for the sessions, and make sure that we've cleared it from every energy, or your whole energy field. And at the end of the session, if people can use muscle testing, we often test if that energy is still running, make sure that that's completely gone. Yeah, and then we obviously Creator gifts back a beautiful other energy, so it would be completely the opposite of draining. It would be abundance and joy.
It'd be healing from the root cause, or the root first point of creation when it first started up till now.
Yeah,
right,
absolutely. Yeah. And it could be removal of traits. It could look at we could go back sometimes during a session. We quickly heal some significant, because there's thousands of lives that fly off, but we always heal the most significant lives within the Akash that pop up. So we might see a life, say, as a sailor, and we heal that the person didn't really want to go to sea, they were forced into it, so it gets taken back, and we change the story quickly. So that all happens during the session, but it's very quick, so it doesn't and we might look multi-dimensional. We might look at another realm of existence where something has transpired and changed that. Clear attachments and different bits and bobs, but I won't bore you with all that. But yeah, it's quite in depth.
So yeah, so package A is a 90-minute session of deep healing within the Akashic records, using all the multidimensional tools and healing practices and modalities, etc. And then package B is an Akashic soul purpose reading.
Yeah. So really, that's just
that.
Yeah, it's an Akashic reading, but obviously I can't do just a reading. It would involve healing as well. So if we find something that's impacting on your life, we'd be healing that within that session. So it would be reading, which is not predicting futures, but reading. We can look at examples, but it's not a prediction of futures. It's reading and releasing old energies,
and stories. Absolutely.
And
then package C is a small group Akashic record training, right? So this is exciting, because we always talk about the Akashic records and working in the Akashic records, healing in the Akashic records, but now people can learn to train with you so that they can also do some
heal themselves.
So
what this is concentrating on is healing themselves from within. And within this training, it might go over 5 weeks, because I often do a follow-up, and people can always contact me, all my students, after training at any point, and I can tune in for them if need be. But the training is looking at healing yourself within the Akash, and I include in this training key meditation healings, because this is like healing. So within that, in small groups, would be clearing stuff that may have held you back from wanting to be a reader, like being, I don't know, killed 20 incarnations back for being a healer or something like that. So we do also work within this healing and teaching. There's healing involved in it as well, just to let you know. So it's not all you doing it. It's there's healing that goes on within that course as well.
So there's healing that we receive as we are also learning.
Yeah, absolutely. So and also there's live I sit on the call and give everyone little tasks to go into their records, and I'm there tuning in to help people and guide. So it's like a guided thing as well. So you're not left alone just to go and get on with it in your records. That it's all guided, and safety is paramount for me. So it's done in a safe way.
Yeah, but you do have practice sessions during the training.
Yeah. Within each. Oh, my headphones falling out. Oh, can you hear me still, Alara?
Yes.
Yeah, oh, good. Within each session, there's healing and practice sessions.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So that's package C. There's some wonderful testimonials for you all to read as well. I'll let you do that on your own time. But then again, just really quickly, package A, B, and C, there's a payment plan available for all 3 plans. And of course, if you are an Inner Circle member, please do use your gift code as well. So that's the package. Awesome, wonderful. Lots of healing available, lots of transformation available. And again, learning for yourself as well, to work in the records for yourself and for others, right, Sarah?
Well, at the moment, it's just for yourself, because this course is like in depth. I want, because before you can go on to heal someone else, you have to, I believe, become quite proficient in it yourself. So we're really concentrating, and it links with different healing as well. Within, my new book, so I've linked it to healing certain ailments, to look at certain energies behind it, so that people can start also put, healing energies that no longer serve, that attract, say, viruses. Or so we're working through different bodily conditions as well during the course. So it's not all just about the learning of it. It's about learning to heal yourself.
Good. Awesome.
So
now we're going to do receive a meditation activation, right? So do we need to have something in mind that we want to work on during this meditation?
Well, I asked creator Melchizedek, we channeled it before. So basically, we're going to do a meditation to lift spirits and release some detrimental thoughts. That's what I was given. So it's about lifting your spirits to feel happier and brighter.
Awesome.
So we thought that would be a nice one. So just everyone, if they'd like to relax and shut their eyes, I'm just going to take my glasses off. So Hallelujah, Elohim. So just taking a deep breath. Just imagining now a beautiful gold and platinum light coming down from Creator, Hallelujah, Elohim. Down and down, connecting you with the divine, Hallelujah. And imagining that light now, sitting at the top of your head, knowing you are supported and loved. Slowly and surely, just imagining that light traveling down through the body, Hallelujah, Elohim. Down and down. Till it reaches your feet. And imagining that light now going down through new earth, gold and platinum earth, down and down, anchoring you in this beautiful light. Slowly and surely, allowing that light again to travel up through new earth, gold and platinum earth, up and up, till it reaches your feet. And that light going up again through the body, hallelujah, up and up, slowly and beautifully, till it reaches your head. Just shooting that light up now through the universe, past the stars and the sky, Elohim, up and up, till you reach a beautiful place that's right for you. As you sit in this bright light of Creator, with Creator, sacred space specially for you, Elohim. Taking a deep breath, just giving permission now to step into the key energy with glorious protection, glorious light, with Melchizedek angels and guides, Ipikia, Alleluia, Elohim. Creator knowing the angels and guides that are best for you, Ish, Us, Us. Knowing you are protected and loved and safe. As Creator knows each and every one of you, Alleluia, Elohim. So you feel protected and loved, peace, knowing all things are one, and the glory of Creator is in everything, Alleluia, Elohim. At this moment, feeling relief from conflict, worry and doubts, anxieties and troubles, knowing we all have the ability to heal, Alleluia, Elohim. Taking a moment from group consciousness, you sit in the most amazing light, Ish, Us, Us. Compassion surrounding you now, Alleluia, Elohim. Taking a deep breath, as you feel that glory of Creator surround you. And freedom from worries. As in this moment of now, you feel worries melting away, Alleluia, Elohim. You take a deep breath. As Creator removes any worries and thoughts right now that are depleting your mood, Alleluia, Elohim. Ishpiga, Alleluia, Ipika, Alleluia, Elohim. So you feel much denseness and weight lifting now, Alleluia. As Creator sends healing to any thoughts that are impinging and getting a hold of you today, Alleluia, Elohim, that do not serve the highest and best good only, Alleluia. And removal of thoughts that you need to hide your light. Now, Ish, Us, Us, Elohim. As your glory reigns and stands forth, to remove any thoughts that are blocking you from standing in that glory, hiding your light, hiding away, Elohim. As Creator gives you all your own remembrance, Ish As Us, of why you are here at this time, Ish Elohim, at this time of ascension. This time is to shine your light, shine your glory. Step forth with joy. As Creator at this moment is lifting your mood, hallelujah. And just imagine now popping all your worries into a little bag, giving them to Creator, Ish As Us. Creator knows who you are, hallelujah. As Creator gathers your little worries now, Ish As Us. As Creator blesses your heart, Ipikia, hallelujah, Elohim, with love and light, and remembrance that you are glorious, that you can step forward, transmute all these worries, hallelujah, Elohim. As you feel these worries just lifting now, Ishbikai, in the glory of the light of Creator, hallelujah, as you are Creator's child, Ipikiata, Is As Us. You are gifted now remembrance of your divinity with the divine, hallelujah, Elohim, of your gifts, your passions and your talents, Ish As Us. As Creator aids you during this meditation to remember that they shine forth, hallelujah, Elohim. As you raise your vibration, Ipikiata, hallelujah. As you take a deep breath, know your vibration is lifted in this moment of now, Ipikiata, Ish As Us, with memory of your divinity, hallelujah. Taking a deep breath, sitting in that glory for a moment in peace as your day troubles are lifted. Hallelujah. Some worries transmuted. Ipikiata, hallelujah. You are reminded of your glory and your light. Ish As Us. Taking a deep breath very slowly. Just going to lift out of that key energy now. Back to that lovely place where you sit with Creator. Above the stars and the sky. Ish As Us. Knowing all that beauty and light comes with you now. Iki a Ish As Us. You feel all relaxed and every muscle and bone relaxing. Above the stars and the sky with Creator. Hallelujah. Do you remember your glory as you sit there for a moment? Know that you are crowned in the glory of Creator now, as you always have been, Ish As Us, as Creator's child. Slowly and surely, going to start coming back down to earth, Hallelujah Elohim, slowly and beautifully. It's like a feather floating down and down. Beautifully. Taking a deep breath as you come back to your crown. That beautiful light, as we take it down once again. Through the body. Down and down. Till it reaches our feet. Hallelujah. Taking that beautiful light now down through new earth, gold and platinum earth. As you take a deep breath and allow that light to travel again up, slowly through new earth, bright earth, gold and platinum earth, grounding you back as it travels through the body to the top of the head. Hallelujah Elohim. And sitting there for a few moments, Ish As Us, while this energy flows through, as you are grounded back. Ipiki Hallelujah Elohim. As you know, you've lifted your vibration. As you wear the crown, and you will sit in glory with Creator now. Reminded of your gifts and your light. Taking deep breath. As you feel peace. And old troubles melt away. Starting now to wiggle your toes and fingers. Taking deep breaths. As you slowly open your eyes. Hallelujah. As you sit in light. Ish As Us Hallelujah Elohim.
Thank you, Sarah.
That's good. Hi, Alara. Welcome back.
Yep. How's everyone doing? For me, everything looks so bright I can barely open my eyes. Yeah. Sarah,
Yes.
I was gonna say something. Yeah. How is everyone doing?
It's probably the old stuff going off.
Yes, exactly. Simone says buzzing, and that's what I felt that too, was like shedding. You know, I felt a lot of shedding during the meditation.
I was gonna hit the chat button, but I accidentally hit the hand button. But I will say that I feel much better, and that it's such a good reminder to protect ourselves when we're empaths from feeling the distress of the world, because that doesn't help the world. It helps the world if we hold a shining, beautiful love that we see, and that we're all doing what we need to be doing. And that vibration will lift up the world. Yeah, I've begun to tell my sisters, which is a little bold of me, that, that when they send me stuff recently, it's like, no, like with the hostages last night, I said, no, I'm holding a vision of them all being released in safety and peace.
Yeah.
And that will create that reality more than holding the anger and fear. And it's like the first time I'm willing to say this to my conventional sisters. I wanted to ask you what
Sarah, can I just ask you to turn the music off?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I did before, and I just forgot. Sorry. Well, that's because I was intending to type instead of talk.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you what words it is that you are using to invoke the divine. Elohim, I know, and I think you're saying Alleluia.
Yeah, Alleluia is a really sacred word. It ons the sound of creation, but Alleluia is a word that helps anchor all change with Creator. So I mean, I've channeled this in my book, so I'm telling you what I've channeled. So it's just a light language that says Alleluia, Elohim, and it partly says you are loved. That's the kind of, sometimes it just comes through, and I know what it means. It's like take off that old energy and bring in some light. But sometimes I just speak it and it's, doesn't. But Alleluia is a word of transformation.
Really? Okay. In Hebrew, it means let everything that has breath praise the divine.
Yeah. I can say it probably does mean that also, but it is a word. Well, in my book I channeled. I can try and find you the chapter in the little verse in it, and send you it, email it, or try and put it on Alara's page or something. If I can find it in the morning, I'll have a look for you.
Yeah, send it to me and I'll add it. Yeah.
I wanted to tell you that it really affects my high heart when you say that, or when I say it. I know those two words, and I use both of them a lot, but in combination, it's really a joyous feeling, and I'm so grateful to you, and I will.
Oh, bless you. Thanks. Yeah.
You.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Sarah. Yeah. And Sarah, don't let me forget something. Okay, so I was just gonna type in, look in the chat. So Simone says buzzing. Pippa says so peaceful and feeling relaxed. Marie says feeling so peaceful and relaxed. Arietta says amazing, feeling so calm, so beautiful, and the inner child was dancing with colors and so much joy. Thank you, Creator. Awesome. So I didn't want to forget to talk about the webinar you're doing on Friday.
Yeah, so I'm just offering anyone that wishes to join. Some people may have done it before, but I'm rerunning it. So it's a free Ascension workshop. It will last for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending. And it's got some meditations and healings like this throughout. What I get told on the day what we're channeling for the group, and it will be much like this. But it talks about ascension, and it's got about what we can do to aid ourselves and that type of thing. So it's channeled and it's on PowerPoint. So it's just, a nice little free workshop I'm offering all your listeners, really.
Awesome. Thank you. So I will put the link in the email that's going to go out shortly. The replay email is going to go out shortly. I will put the link to that. And what time is it at on Friday?
It's 5 p.m. UK time. I'd have to look on my what time would it be there for you?
So so that would be 6 p.m. if you're in Europe, and so that would be 12 noon here in North America, Eastern time.
Yeah, so it's 5 p.m. UK. but yeah, it's I should have looked it up before.
That's okay.
I came on. Yeah.
For the people that register, will there be a recording?
Yes, if you registered, I can send a recording.
So if you register, you will get a recording if you can't attend live. Okay, so I will put the link in the replay email, and for those of you who are watching on YouTube, I will put the link in the YouTube description. Okay.
Yeah, and then I can. What should I do, Laura? Sorry, send it to you. Send the link to you, and they can download it from your website. Or
I thought you sent me the link already.
I did. Yes, I did. You're right.
I think so.
Yeah, people have all signed up, but yeah, I'll send you the replay as well then.
Yeah. That'd be great. Yeah.
Lovely.
But yeah, for the people that register, you will receive the replay from Sarah. So I have nothing to do with it.
Okay, I won't send it to you then.
No, it's okay. Exactly. So don't send it to me, because unless I register, so it's like that's a possibility too. So we'll see. But I just wanted to remind myself and remind all of you that and let you know that link will be in the replay email, and I'll put it on YouTube and all that stuff too for people if they would like to register for it as well. So
lovely.
Okay,
thanks very much.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's been lovely.
Thank
you. Yeah, it was like it felt like, gosh, we were going so fast and we talked about so many different things, and like always, but good session, good call. And so thank you everybody for all your questions, because that brought up even more information and wisdom and different energies that we can work on to heal, right? So giving us wonderful examples. And of course, the meditation was powerful, calming, peaceful, all that wonderful stuff, and helping to shed some of those energies that don't serve us anymore. So thank you for that. And of course, Sarah, thank you so much. We always have such a wonderful time. And it's always a high vibe call. And, this is a way of us raising our vibration as well, right? Our vibration frequency. So, so thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's lovely to meet everyone and be part of your community as well, Laura. I look forward to your show.
Thank you. And of course, the packages are available, A, B, and C. Please do check them out, and you can work with Sarah more in that way. Okay. All right. So thank you so much, everyone. Until next time. Oh, it's Thanksgiving tomorrow in the US. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone. If you're traveling, drive safe, travel safe, and enjoy your time with your family and loved ones. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. All right. Much love and blessings, everyone. Bye for now.
Bye.